Roe Robert Allen Monroe was an ordinary man, an executive, pragmatic, raised within the bounds of the rational world. He wasn't a mystic. He wasn't an occultist. He was a sound engineer, a man of radio, fascinated by the human mind, but even more by the structure around it. And so, as a technical observer of life, his journey began. Without searching, he was called. In 1958, at the age of 43, he felt it, a tremor, not in the body, but in the soul, a vibration that coursed through him with such intensity it knocked him down. He lay down, hoping the phenomenon would pass, and he left his body, not metaphorically, literally. And when he looked back, he saw something he would never forget, himself, lying still, while his consciousness floated above, the abyss between science and experience. He thought he was dead. Panic pulled him back, but that had been real. And what does a logical man do when faced with the impossible? He investigates. Doctors, scans, specialists, they all said, "You are perfectly healthy." But inside, something had changed forever. Instead of ignoring, he dove deeper. Instead of denying, he created. Monroe left his stable career, abandoned the corporate world, and plunged not into dreams, but into a science of consciousness. He wanted to understand, to map, to prove it wasn't a hallucination, it was access. The sound that tears the veil. To explore this new territory, he built a bridge, Hemisync, a technology that uses binaural beats to synchronize the brain's hemispheres, right and left, logic and intuition, technique and emotion. When the frequencies align, the brain enters a rare state of harmony. And in that state, according to Monroe, consciousness slides beyond the body. Tests followed. Neurologists recorded clear changes in scans. The two hemispheres vibrated as if they were one, and the body became just an anchor point. The mind then began to navigate. The call of hidden intelligence, the government took notice. Quietly, it watched. And in 1978, the CIA knocked on Robert Monroe's door. They wanted him for something the world would not know, at least for decades. The Gateway Project, a top-secret military initiative using Hemisync to train soldiers, not to fight, but to see through time, through space, beyond the barriers of the real. They wanted to use the mind as a satellite to explore the past, anticipate the future, spy without being there. Monroe accepted, not out of patriotism, but because he knew human consciousness is far greater than we imagine. The cosmic egg and the illusion of time, the studies advanced. Reports were written in scientific language to avoid accusations of mysticism, but the content was transcendental. The universe, according to Commander McDonald's final analysis, was not solid. It was holographic, an energy field projection, a stage where consciousness acts as both projector and observer. The human body, a vibrational receiver, tuned to operate at the same frequency as Earth, 7.5 hertz. The mind, when trained, could tune into the frequency of the absolute. What is the absolute? An eternal energy field, infinite, without time, without space, the source of all dimensions. The out-of-body experience is not a delusion, it is a connection. Consciousness detaches from the body and travels through this cosmic structure, described as a galactic egg. At the center, a white hole emits matter. At the edge, it returns through a black hole. Time is just the way we track this flow, but consciousness, it can move outside of it. The toroidal model and the preservation of reality. The structure of the universe was described as a torus, a vortex of energy in constant motion. a spiral where everything exists at once. Past, present, future. Everything happens, but not in sequence. Consciousness, when trained, can access any point on the torus. It can visit the past, anticipate the future, or simply observe other planes of existence. Death, then, is no longer an end. It is only a transition. And Monroe knew this, the legacy of one who saw beyond. Robert Monroe was not a prophet, nor a messiah. He was an explorer. But his ocean held no water. It held energy, frequency, consciousness. He mapped the human soul like a cartographer of the invisible, and he left behind clues, technology, methods, documents. Today, anyone can follow. You can follow. Breathe, listen, synchronize, and cross. Because the body is temporary, time is an illusion, and space is malleable. Consciousness, that is eternal. It is the one dreaming the universe and awakening within you. So the question is not, is it possible to escape time and space? But rather, when will you choose to cross?